A pilot project has been launched at the Heart and Diabetes Center, NRW, in which cardiac catheters are returned to the raw material cycle after use. In addition to the many other projects that we actively pursued in our hospital in order to make a contribution to sustainability, we at the Clinic for Electrophysiology are also trying to make a small contribution via the recovery of catheter materials from raw materials so that, in the overall picture, the Planet Earth project can succeed. The initiator of this project is the manufacturer of cardiac catheters, Biosense Webster. Over 100,000 of our catheters are used in Germany every year. These catheters contain high-quality plastics and precious metals such as platinum and copper. And at the moment, these catheters end up in hospital waste after every examination. In other words, all these raw materials that are contained there are incinerated along with them and are lost. And the purpose of this process is to return the raw materials to the raw material cycle. That's why, since this summer, catheters are no longer thrown away after treatment. Instead, nurses in the cath lab separate them from the cables, disinfect them, and place them in specially designed, tightly sealed boxes. When these are full, they are collected. Of course, we had our doubts at the beginning. How does it work? How much time do we need? But we all sat down together and thought everything through. And so we were able to make the decision together that we should do it. I have to say, by now we're so good at it that we hardly spend any time now. It's like a minute maybe. What is essentially a simple process, however, brings with it greater overreaching challenges. We had to learn relatively quickly that there are quite a lot of regulations behind this, which is why we have to decontaminate the catheters before they can even reach the recycler, for example. And that's why we're so glad that we found a partner like Ressourcify, who support us with exactly this expertise. The company Ressourcify is responsible for the operational implementation of the project with the disposal companies and is also digitizing the entire process for the return system of the full boxes. This means that the clinics receive access to our web portal where the collaboration can be ordered with just a few clicks. And then we document the data we receive from the recycling, transport, and decontamination partners in our other interfaces as well. So that in the end, there is data transparency. But we also offer software to digitize the entire management of the clinics. Then it is the case that in real time, every time after the collection of all waste, that can be cardboard, medical waste, residual waste, the disposal company always makes available how much was collected from which location. I see the advantages of this project quite clearly in the fact that for the first time we will also receive scientifically verifiable data on the percentage of the energy we use in the manufacture of catheter materials in the laboratory that can be recovered. This project is scientifically designed in the sense that really many factors are taken into account, such as the movement of the catheters, for example, to a reprocessing facility. And we're really also going to have an energy balance at the end, taking all of these factors into account. That will hopefully show us that by reusing or recycling the materials from our catheters, we can make an important contribution to the overall balance of what we do all day. For the manufacturer, the pilot project already offers interesting insights and a basis for further steps towards more sustainability in the cycle of its medical devices. The selection of materials for our cardiac catheters is primarily based on patient safety and highest quality standard. These catheters are handmade in lengthy processes, and the focus is, of course, on the safety and quality of these catheters, and not on whether they are best recyclable. Now that we are taking the first steps with recycling, it is, of course, quite clear that we want to reconcile these things. In other words, safety and also recyclability in the future.